Welcome back to another video. So this is another vlog, boxing vlog, top tier show, Fearless. Before I get started, obviously you can see I'm still en route and it's a gloomy day, but things will definitely pick up when we get inside a packed venue, great atmosphere and amazing 50-50 fights all across the card. But before I get onto that, I want to say quickly, I said it last video as well, but these vlogs are going to have everything within them. It's going to have interviews, interactions, you name it. Everything I can possibly document will be inside these vlogs. So you won't get a separate video for an interview, but if you want one and you just want to see the interviews, let me know and that will be done. Not a problem at all. I find on fight nights and press conferences and stuff like that, it's a bit tighter to get as long as I would like. That's the reason why I don't particularly do it, but I will include any I do within this video. So, you know, there won't be no timestamps, but just feel free to get some popcorn and enjoy the show. Now, back to the show itself. It's live and exclusive on DAZN. Again, if you don't already have your DAZN subscription, click the link in the description below and you'll be able to get your DAZN link there. Different packages. And I've spoke to DAZN and we are looking at getting either 10 to 15% on a discount code and hopefully something that will increase customer retention, which is already very high, but continue to maintain and increase it, because that's also important as bringing on new customers. So they work hand in hand. But yeah, top tier show. Again, you've seen me at top tier shows before. I've done Call the Shots at top tier shows, which is our watch along streaming service. We haven't done it this time round. Timings were a bit tight, things didn't quite align for that, but I am heading down there for an epic night of boxing. Now I won't keep this start of the video too long, just because I am eager to listen to some music, I'm going to be honest with you, and I can't do it in the background as I will get copyright struck, and I don't really want them copyright strikes. They're not fun to deal with, to be honest. But yeah, I'm buzzing for the show, I'll be honest with you. Not quite buzzing at the moment, only because I'm sitting in a bit of traffic. I'm about 15 minutes out. Show went live about 2:30. Live broadcast was from 4 o'clock. I'm just after 4, so can't wait to get in there and get immersed in all the action. And what I wanted to do as well with this vlog, there's two ways I could have done it, I suppose. I could have showed you what it's like when you first get to somewhere and then as it progressively gets busier. But I thought, let me show you what it's going to look like when we walk into an absolute packed venue and everyone's going crazy at the knockouts, at the technical boxing, at the spectacle that is a top tier show in Brentwood Centre. Because this, remember, this is just a sports hall. If you see how they convert it, it's amazing. One thing I'm going to say before I end this part, actually, and I'm going to ask Johnny this, and hopefully I get it on camera. How on earth has he put on shows on one of his children's birthday, on Mother's Day, and the day after Valentine's Day? How has he got away with this? I don't know. I'm only playing, but I'm really looking forward to having that conversation and just seeing who else I speak to be fair. But yeah, I'll catch you inside. Won't keep it too long. Let's get some music bumping. See you in a bit. Right, so it's extremely loud and you probably won't be able to hear me, but we're here. I didn't manage to get actual footage of coming in, only because it was so busy, but I will try to replicate anyway. But yeah, it is absolutely ram-packed today. Great atmosphere. Great fights as well. I've heard I've missed some bangers, so definitely going to be here. I'm actually set up where we'd normally be doing Call the Shots, funny enough. This is not my food, by the way, just disclaimer. But yeah. shots. Absolute war.
10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Kieran McCann and Lee Every both scored about 97 to 93. Judge Amy Cruz scores about 98 to 92. And your winner by unanimous decision and your new Commonwealth International Lightweight Champion, Ross. We go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Bob Williams scores about 100 to 90. Judge Kieran McCann scores about 98 to 92. Judge Amy Cruz scores about 99 to 91. And your winner by unanimous decision and your new English bantamweight champion,
All right, man, one. Next, gonna do an interview on the zone. That's the main event.
Fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing the black with green trim. His official weight of 10 stones, 13 pounds. He is currently undefeated with 2 wins. The fighting pride of Mozambique, introducing Tiago Monsanga.
Let's go, Makini, be first.
Okay, that's it. I'll say stop boxing. I'll say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up and set yourself on the fight. Good luck to you both.
Let's go, Makini, let's go. Let's go, Makini. Let's go, Makini. Be first, be first. Let's go, Makini. Relaxa, Makini, relaxa.
Seconds out.
Senta o gás primeiro, meu puto. Senta o gás primeiro.
Currently have Tiago 4 rounds up, going into round 5. Let's get back to the action.
Hold your center now.
Thiago winning that fight.
The judges' scorecards. Judge Amy Poo scores the bout 96 to 93 to Byfield.
Yes! Come on, Senor.
Come on, baby.
Yes!
Judge Bob Williams scores the bout 95 to 94 to Moksanga. Judge Kieran McCann scores the bout 96 to 93. And your winner by split decision and your new Commonwealth Silver Super Welterweight Champion. Still undefeated, Thiago
Delighted once again to be joined by Mr. Johnny Clark, the main man. A great show. But before we even touch on the show, so you've had a show on one of your children's birthdays.
Yep.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Valentine's Day.
How did you get away with it?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know. To be fair, people said, "Oh, you've done it strategically so you can save money." I thought, "What, you think I save money on boxing?" Yeah. It's to be fair, she's very supportive. She's run round. She does like all the food at the shows as well for me. Goes to Costco's, does that to make sure everything's sweet. she's a good woman. That's why I married her. You know what I mean? And them days, they are special, but so are the rest of the years. You know what I mean? So she gets me on them days as well.
Make sure you plug that, don't worry.
That's good, isn't it?
But no, top show. I come in at the point where Lily Winch was fighting.
Yeah.
So talk to me, that her performance was really good and impressive to me. Yeah. But what was your breakdown, your analysis of that?
No, I thought, do you know what? Like, she was a bit nervous, and I was like, "Why are you nervous?" And she was like, "Well, I've just come back from an injury. I've got a new coach. This and that." And I said, "Yeah, well, you ticked all the boxes tonight. You done well. The weight is an issue with her, that she wants to come down, and she obviously they've got a nutritionist on board, so all them boxes will be ticked for her." But I thought she was very good. I didn't think she really dropped around massively. I think when the weight is better and she's down, she might hurt and stop her an opponent. That's what I want to see from her now. She's 6-0, no knockouts. So I want to see her knock someone out. I don't want to see violence like that, but I want to see her stop someone. Yeah, I want to put a stamp on the fight, and I think she can do it. She's got the power, she's got the ability. So I think now she needs to be the right weight to do that.
When looking to get her back up?
To be fair, there's talks that she's going elsewhere, so she won't be on my show, I don't think.
Okay, no worries. Just going back slightly, Megan Redstall, brilliant performance. I did actually catch some of the highlights of that. What was your thoughts of that?
She won every round on with the judges, every round with me. It was beautiful performance, done what she needed to do, stay professional on a very, very hard time, because unfortunately the fight was off. She didn't know this though, I didn't tell her. The fight was off for about an hour, but the ball put it back on. They see that the opponent wasn't a threat and we could carry on with the fight, because she come in 8 pound overweight. Yeah, 8 pound overweight, so after the weigh-in, the ball cancelled the fight, and I was like, how am I meant to tell her? Unfortunately for her, and fortunately for her, the board rang me up and said, no, the medical staff have looked at everything, they said she'll be fine. That's what I said.
And you had a bit of drama as well in that week with a fighter pulling out beforehand, so I think how you managed to pull that off is incredible. Last minute, I remember we were talking about it, and you just, the stresses you're going through,
it's
show after show.
It's too much, like, it makes you ill, do you know what I mean? Like, got a girl who's a paramedic who's been having time off work so she can win a title, have an opponent dropped out on her where there was no costings for her to fight, to then flying over someone from Kenya that cost 5,000 something pounds. Do you know what I mean? Like, you go from making money to losing money on a fight, both sides, me and her. It's just awful, you know what I mean? But this is boxing, and now she's gone home with that belt, and it was worth it. But it took a lot to get that belt, trust me.
And what is next for her after such a great performance?
Yeah, well, hopefully the British against TMA8 and on a matchroom show in the summer. That's the aim, yeah.
Idol versus rival once again, yeah?
Yeah, idols versus rivals, but they've probably got the upper hand here. I'm not silly, we're not silly, we know it's a tough fight, but they're both from Bristol, and I think they should be a main event in Bristol, do you know what I mean? But it's a very tough fight, and listen, it'll be a hard watch. I know, listen, I'm not going to sit here and be a salesman about the fight. I know what we're up against, but Megan has got a great skill, and I hope that she uses it for the 10 rounds of the fight, and she could come off on the right side of the victory.
Looking forward to hopefully hearing that announced soon.
Yeah.
Jumping ahead now, Josh Babb, what a performance. This guy, do you know what? He reminds me of Nick Ball.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly reminds me of Nick Ball, that constant pressure and aggression.
Not the power though, not the power. If he had the power, it would be devastating, but yeah, I was a bit... Every time I watch him, you know it's going to be a 10-round fight, you know what I mean? But it's very enjoyable, it's grueling, but for me, yeah, I would like him to stop someone as well. Do you know what I mean? I would like to see him do a stoppage. I don't know if he has in his career, but the both times on here has been very good fights, relentless, never stopped. But I just want to see him stop someone. You know what I mean? That would probably get him in more eyes, but as long as he keeps picking up these titles, I'm sure he's going to be happy.
Yeah, and he mentioned already that he wants to go after more titles, so is that the plan for you going forward for him?
Yeah, well, to be fair, they come on small hall to nick a victory, nick a belt, and then go on. I'm hoping that the same, like, he gets a fucking opportunity to get a fight on a bigger platform for maybe the British, do you know what I mean?
Hopefully you're there in his corner as well. That'd be good.
I wouldn't mind being there with him. It would be respectful, anyone that comes in here and wins a title, to invite me to their fight, wouldn't it? To be in their corner, really. Because they use me. You know what I mean?
Of course, fight of the night now.
Yeah.
Ross versus Toomey, what a fight that was. Epic war. I know for you, I can see your face in the ring there. You was kind of like, oh, I wanted to go the other way, but it was an epic fight, honestly.
No, well, to be fair, I've had Toomey on more shows than Ross. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say I was Team Toomey. Do you know what I mean? But I'll give Toomey his debut in that. You know what I mean? Ross is someone that's come on and I've had him on a couple of times, and this is what I want. If I give you the opportunity, I want you to fight someone else at that weight for a title or in an 8-rounder. So that's the only reason that this business makes any money, if you're fighting someone coming to win. So I didn't mind who won it, but whoever loses has still got another opportunity with me. I won't let you go.
To be fair, Toomey, that was because of his excellent performance. He definitely has another opportunity for sure. Yeah. You can see he's got a lot in the tank. Maybe May, or is that too soon?
Yeah, if there's an opportunity for him, I'd get him out in May. Yeah, 100%. Like, the winner needs to go on and fight for a bigger title on a bigger show. The loser, like Zach Fee, you know. Zach Fee lost in his Southern Area title fight. He's back on mine. Where's Frankie Story? He's not been on, has he? So it isn't about who wins or loses. It's about where the opportunities are. But they're both welcome back on because they've both stepped up. That's the thing.
Yeah, honestly, it was an epic fight. Then we've got to talk about Thiago. Obviously, I wanted to stop it, I'll be honest with you. I could see it was there a couple of times. It wasn't necessarily an easy fight, but I would say for sure he was in control for most of the fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought 1 round he might have lost and then 1 point. So, I mean, like 8-2. But even when he lost the point in the round, he battered him after that. You know what I mean? So I thought he was pushing him and bullying him, but people to the left of me had it different as well. They was going to tippy-tappy from Messina, was point scoring. I said, but he's not getting through with the tippy-tappy and he's getting bullied and punched around the ring. Like, but yeah, I don't know. It's whatever you like, innit? Like, 2 judges liked Thiago and 1 liked Messina. So, not for me.
What's next for Thiago?
Thiago will be out on May the 3rd. Either defending the belt, like the belt costs a bit of money, do you know what I mean? So if I can use that money to get an opponent rather than the belt, then cool. If I can match him where he's got a title fight where the other guy's paying in as well, cool. If not, I'll drop the belt and use the money to get him a decent level opponent. Same level as Cena, not above that. We need a couple more at that level and then we'll crack on. Maybe, I don't want to call him out, but a Sam Giddy fight wouldn't be bad, would it? Do you know what I mean? Sam Giddy on a nice Queensway card, or someone at that level, but we need a couple of learning fights. He needs to learn how to jab, move his head a bit more, and when to load up. I think when we've got that in the locker, then we're ready for the likes of Sam and whatnot.
You can see he's got heavy hands though, so it won't take him long. As soon as he applies that jab, I think it'll be curtains for someone. Yeah,
setting up the shots, that's the main thing, you know. His team was shouting at him to do it, and yeah, I know it's on the cards. He needs to be signed, to be fair, because it's exciting. And I think that win will maybe the phones might happen now. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about a couple of weeks' time. Yep. You have a big fighter, a man that we've seen all over Plymouth. You've been with him. You've been in camp with him, basically.
Yeah, I have. Six-pack. Unbelievable. And like, when you're going in tonight, probably 30% nervous about Thiago, only because of the opponent. I'm 100% confident we walk away with the British title. 100%. There's not one little bit of doubt in me. Like, I know him as a person. He will always turn up and be ready. So touch wood, he does.
Even talk about a bit of his journey, because he's overcome some obstacles behind the scenes that obviously you would know more than anyone else.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like, even leaving friends, family, loved ones to come to Plymouth, of all places, is a bit crazy. But there was a man, I think it was Eugene, if I'm correct, he took him to Plymouth and he met Marley, and then they got on like a house on fire and absolutely smashed it. And then Marley's very good with the Soviet style and gelled with him as a person. Like, I see like pictures of Ursu when he come over. Like, they say posed for a fight, and he's like all shy and that. And now look at him, he's an absolute monster. And when you go down Plymouth, they're all characters. You know what I mean? Like, and he's now a bit like them, with the nastiness and the niceness all mixed in one. And he's just gelled to be one of them. So obviously he just stayed there. Been here like 10 years now. Qualifies to fight for the British, got a British licence, smashes it. Do you know what I mean? Won the Commonwealth title because he's British, not Moldovan. Won the Eliminators, and he's just made a massive name for himself. Now, I'm the loudmouth that called him the Moldova monster, And literally everyone has said, yeah, he is a monster. Have you met him? Because you meet me, he's a bit of a geek. He was sitting here watching TV. He wasn't watching the fights. He was watching TV on his phone and that. And everyone's talking to him, but he's shy. You know what I mean? Like, but then you get him in the ring and then you switch. But I used to take him sparring, and he was sitting there. Everyone's all warming up. He's sitting in a corner like this, and they go, "Get ready." He goes like this, clicks his wrists, puts his groin guard on, and goes and smashes them. Like when I mean smashes them as well, like obliviates everyone. I'm like, wow. Imagine if you took it serious. And I think this is probably where the switch will click with him as well, and you take it seriously.
Yeah, he's got a massive fight ahead, so hopefully I'm looking forward to being on there for that as well. Let's talk about May. The next show, Yassi Algaina, made man. How'd that happen?
Mr. Big Ticket, 500 tickets, that's how it happened. Nah, I'll be honest with you. I met him to be his manager, and I said, I will deliver for you. I said, I've got the platform, we're going to do this, this, this and this. I said, if I don't do that, just walk away from me after 3 fights. First fight, I got him a 4-2 lad on here, and he stopped him. Second fight, I got him a WBO European title fight, won that. Third fight, main event on the zone, British and Commonwealth final eliminator, defending his British and his WBO title. I delivered, but he delivered, and it's a great team because of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to have a bond with your boxers. You have to have a bond with anyone that you work with, I think. And if you're going to invest your time, your money and trust into them, it has to be a two-way thing. Unfortunately, everyone on inline is that way, and that's the only reason they're on inline is because of that respect and the work rate. And he's in Dubai on a training camp. I've been there quite a lot, so I speak to people out there. I've got him in a couple of gyms. He's going to go Ramadan, get through that. I don't know how you do it with the dieting, can't be a bit of me. And then he's going to crack on and made a third headline.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, made a third, his first headline fight on the zone. 500 tickets sold outright already. Amazing.
Who else was on that card?
Taewoo, Jawad, maybe Hardy Whitwell. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down with him, make the card now.
Oh, fair enough.
I just needed a couple of results in here.
No.
I know what I'm doing, but I haven't announced it yet. But I will.
All right, no worries. What about inline management? Talk to me about how you attract some of these fighters. What you look for when you're looking to get someone signed to you. They
have to be game and willing to take the risk, because I'm a massive risk taker, as you can see with the main event. 2 fights and he's in a 10 fight for his title. I don't care about the ticket sales. Taewoo done rubbish on tickets, but he just paid for the opponent. Megan don't sell big tickets. All I care about is you've got the ability, you're a good person, you're worth losing money on, you know what I mean? And you're worth me investing my time on you. And then what kicks on 3, 4, 5 fights later is big shows and good memories for us both.
All right, no worries. I'll make sure I clip that separately. One question that I think is important. I'll be honest with you, these places are getting packed out. Brentwood Centre, you've done a show at York Hall. When are we going to start to look at the bigger venues?
I don't know yet. I don't know. These 2 are safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were still, on paper, I could have sold another 600 tickets to come in. Do you know what I mean? So there's still more space. And you know what small hall's like. People come in, they watch their fighter and they go home. So maybe on the horizon. I'd love to do, like, I know other companies are doing show at the Copper Box and places like that, but I'm a West Ham lad, didn't I? So the Copper Box will be lovely. Yeah. One day.
No worries. Any other shows you got lined up dates-wise for Top Tier?
No. I think July the 12th or something, we're back in here. Yeah, but 3 months between each one. And inline management, building them on there, let them work their way up to main event and get signed. That's the aim, do you know what I mean? The new business plan.
It makes sense, it's doing well. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it as always, Johnny.
Try not to sneeze again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I won't shake your hand this time, but yeah, really do appreciate it, man. Thanks, man.
Cheers, man.
Realised I didn't actually do this to wrap up the vlog. I'm actually editing it right now as we speak. So this is going to be the end of the vlog. Now, just to say, the Top Tier show, Fearless, was absolutely amazing. I did get there for Lily Winch's fight, and I caught a little bit of that. Although Johnny said she looked quite shy in there, I do think she put on a very good performance from what I saw. But again, it was the later rounds. Then, as I have to jump ahead anyway, I'm going to miss a certain fight. just because it was the fight of the night for me, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. So we're going to go to Josh Babb. He had a stellar performance. Again, we covered a lot of this in the interview, so I'm kind of reiterating the same points, but Nick Ball, like, you know, very aggressive approach, chases man down the ring, cuts off the ring very, very well, is able to land a plethora of different shots, and not just like pop shots. He's landing combinations, and he's able to sort of change the height of the punches as well, and I think it's very good strategically, his approach. I do think he will get to the point where he is knocking people out. I know that's what Johnny wants from him. I know that's what probably a lot of fans want from him, but he's shown he's got heart, he's got grit, he's got a great boxing IQ, and he definitely will be going far. Josh Babb is the best kept secret, as they keep saying. So I do believe at some point it will come to fruition, come to light, his talent, and he will get signed to someone very soon. Now we'll go to the main event. Thiago, I thought it was a good performance. Like I said already, there was times it was tough. It wasn't an easy fight for him by no stretch of the imagination. He really had to work for a few rounds in there, and I felt like he got to the point where he was pushing on, and he got into like second and third gear, and when he hit third gear, he was really effective and efficient with his footwork, with his punch selection. So that's what I think kind of swayed the judges there. Again, it wasn't a simple, easy fight by no means. And he could, well, in one of the scorecards, he was down. He actually was losing, or lost, should I say. But I don't necessarily think that's correct. I do believe it was a unanimous decision. I just think some of the rounds, probably midpoint in the rounds, it got a bit tough for him in there. And he was getting caught quite a few times, but he seemed to start the round strong and finish strong. A lot of the time, we do remember the last 30 seconds a lot, especially if something impactful happened. Potentially why something, you know, had gone the other way. But again, he didn't utilize the jab too much. He was very much a heavy hitter, throwing hooks and cross shots as opposed to just throwing straight jabs. But that's just something that I noticed. Now, going on to, but he did pick up the silver Commonwealth, so I've got to give him congratulations on that and the new. But going back now to the fight of the night for everybody in the building, Brentwood Centre was absolutely booming at this point. I'm talking about Ross versus Tummy. What an absolute war that was. And to put it completely as plain as day, it was a battle of who recovered fast enough. And the reason why I say that is because there was times in that fight where Ross was really struggling, and it appeared he was really struggling and he was gassed out. But then he dug deep, he recovered very well, sat back on that stool, found like a new lease of life, came back out, flurry of punches. Again, this was one of the most exchange heavy fights we've seen in ages. Like, edge of your seat, you're kind of thinking who's going to win. There was times where Tummy definitely rocked Ross for sure, but I think the issue that Tummy had was he was kind of walking down in a straight line as opposed to lateral movement. So I think the footwork for that, or the game plan in terms of his footwork, let's just call it a spade. His footwork at the time probably wasn't the most effective for what he should have been trying to do. And it seemed like he was doing a lot more of pot shotting and counter punching and being very reactive as opposed to proactive. So I think that's something that he probably will look at, his team will look at and for sure go, all right, if we were a bit more proactive, he's definitely got the skill set for it. And at times he did showcase that very excellent footwork, but there was a lot of the times in that fight where he would just walk in a straight line and getting clipped. And I think those were the moments where in the rounds you kind of could see, okay, this is going in Ross's favor. So Ross definitely the clear winner in the end for me and for a lot of people there. But what an epic fight that was. And like Johnny said, that could have been a main event anywhere. That could have been for a belt. Would we want to see that run back? Of course he would. Do you know what I mean? I would love to see that run back. So overall, brilliant card, top to bottom. Very happy with that. Looking forward to seeing Ursu out on the 28th of this month, February. And then again, May 3rd for another cracker fight of Yasir Al-Gainer, who is Mr. Main Event, who is headlining and has already sold 500 tickets before the show's even gone. So I think that's absolutely incredible. So yeah, very good show. Johnny, amazing show. That's all I keep saying, but it really was good. I enjoyed it. It felt, how they turn around a sports hall into what they do is just phenomenal in my eyes. But yeah, that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Apologies that this part is quite late, but I'm editing the rest of it now, so I'm just going to add this part in and then we're done. So this will probably drop, well, I'm saying that will probably drop Tuesday, so let's see if I'm accurate with my timing. But anyway, always aspire to inspire.